You'll flip, but there are whole ass cities on this planet that people straight up abandon overnight, leaving houses with all their shit, dishes on the tables, and even cold hard cash in the registers. Imagine this shit. You wake up one morning and your city is dead empty. Like everyone just fucking vanished. Thousands of people were living here yesterday, and today even the dogs are gone. This isn't some made up bullshit either. It's real shit that's happened all over the globe. The craziest part is, most times the reasons for evacuation were so damn serious that people just ditched all their possessions and didn't even have time to warn family in other towns. These places are like fucked up time capsules. School notebooks with homework are just lying around, and hospital gurneys are still stacked with meds. Price tags hang in shops, but there ain't no damn customers and never will be. Some cities were ditched cause of industrial fuck-ups, others due to wars, and others were abandoned by government order. But one thing's for sure, people only got a few damn hours to pack their shit, and most never went back. Ever. This shit is fucked up, but the most famous ghost town is just 1,000 clicks from Moscow, called Pripyat. People were still strolling with their damn kids there even after the reactor blew up. On April 26, 1986, the fourth reactor at Chernobyl fucking blew. It spewed 400 times more radioactive shit into the air than the Hiroshima bomb. And those motherfucking authorities kept quiet for an entire day, acting like nothing even happened. Pripyat residents on April 27th went to their May Day parade, chilling on rooftops and riding bikes. They were completely unaware that radiation levels were already through the roof, and every goddamn second outside was stripping years off their lives. Only that evening, April 27th, did they finally announce the evacuation. They told people to grab docks and grub for 3 days, all like, "You'll be back real soon." What a load of pure bullshit. That city was sealed off forever, and those poor fuckers lost everything they owned. In just 3 hours, 47,000 people were bussed out of Pripyat on 1,200 buses. Folks left their apartments with the lights still on, thinking they'd be back in a couple days. But that whole damn city turned into a radioactive wasteland for thousands of years. Now in Pripyat, rusty fucking amusement park rides stand all forlorn, never even opened. In the schools, gas masks and textbooks are just strewn about. And in some spots, the radiation levels will still kill your ass in mere hours. Dude, this is absolutely bonkers, but there was this sick resort town in Argentina that got absolutely destroyed by a salt lake flooding it overnight and basically dissolved everything into this white nightmare paste. Villa Epiquén was this famous healing saltwater spot where tens of thousands of tourists rolled through every year with like 280 businesses, hotels, theaters, restaurants. The whole place was absolutely buzzing. But then in 1985, these insane rainstorms hit, and the dam protecting the town from Lake Epiquén just completely gave up and collapsed on November 10th, and the water came pouring into the city at like several meters an hour. People had just a few hours to grab their shit and get the fuck out. Most of them only managed to snatch their documents and kids before abandoning their homes, cars, and entire businesses to the salty waters. The salt water literally corroded the entire town to pieces. Concrete, metal, wood, everything turned into this white salt nightmare sticking out of the water like some monster's skeleton, and the city stayed underwater for 25 years. In 2009, the water finally started pulling back, and the city emerged from the lake. But what came out looks more like some alien landscape. White twisted wreckage of buildings, cars, and trees, all crusted over with thick salt layers. Now only one person lives there, Pablo Nowak, literally the last dude in Villa Epiquén who came back to this dead city and refuses to leave even though he's surrounded by ghosts of the past and tons of salt. This is absolutely fucked up, dude, because China built a city for 1 million people and dropped insane cash on it, but it's been sitting empty for 15 years and it looks completely insane. Ordos was supposed to be this elite city of the future, with luxury districts, massive plazas, museums, theaters, parks with fountains, everything brand new and gorgeous. But almost nobody actually moved there. Can you believe that shit? The Chinese government figured since they found coal in the region and started mining it, they needed to build a modern city for workers and their families, so they dumped billions of dollars and threw up this megacity in 5 years. Here's the thing though, apartments in Ordos were too expensive for regular workers to actually afford, and rich people just bought property as an investment and never lived there, so the city ended up less than 2% occupied. It's literally the most surreal ghost city on the planet. Perfectly straight roads with 0 cars, massive shopping centers with no customers, playgrounds with no kids, everything new and clean and completely dead. At night in Ordos, the streetlights are on, traffic lights are working, fountains are spraying water, but there's nobody around, and that emptiness is so creepy locals call it a ghost city while it's still alive, even though there's never been any life there at all. Chinese authorities tried to get people to move to Ordos, offered incentives, dropped housing prices. But nobody wants to live in a city where there's no neighbors, no life, no soul whatsoever, just concrete and glass and terrifying silence on giant empty streets. I absolutely lost it when I found out Japan has this island that was literally the most densely packed place on Earth. People were living on top of each other, and then everyone just bailed in a single day. Hashima Island, also called Gunkanjima, or Battleship Island, was a coal mine from 1887 to 1974, and they shipped workers there and built massive apartment blocks straight on the rocks in the middle of the ocean. On this tiny 6-hectare island, 5,259 people were crammed in, which is the highest population density in history, 835 people per hectare, basically a human anthill. The conditions were absolutely brutal. Workers descended into mines under the ocean floor where temps hit 45 degrees, humidity was 95%, and the air was completely choked with coal dust. Injuries and deaths happened daily. In 1974, the coal ran out, they shut down the mine, and on April 15th, they evacuated all the workers and families to the mainland in literally one day, told people to grab only essentials and leave everything else behind. People abandoned Hashima so fast that apartments still had furniture, dishes, toys, photos, TVs, like they just stepped out for a minute and were coming back but never did. Now Hashima is this dead concrete skeleton in the middle of the sea. Buildings falling apart, staircases collapsing, broken glass and rust everywhere, and ocean winds howling through empty windows making this creepy symphony of abandonment. Japanese call Hashima the Ghost Island. Tour groups go there, but you can't enter the buildings. Way too dangerous. Concrete's crumbling, everything could collapse and bury curious people just like it buried miners. Subscribe to the channel and you'll lose your mind again.